In this video, we're overclocking the Intel Core Ultra 250K Plus all the way up to 5.7 GHz using the ASUS ROG Maximus Z890 Hero motherboard and custom loop water cooling. I'll speedrun you through the BIOS settings and provide you some notes and tips along the way. Please note that this is for entertainment purposes only and not the whole picture. Don't just copy these settings and apply them to your CPU. If you want to learn how to overclock the 250K, have a look at the longer SkatterBencher guide that's already up on my channel. Alright, let's do this. When you've entered the BIOS, go to the Extreme Tweaker menu. Set Performance Preferences to ASUS Advanced OC Profile. This sets up the BIOS to enable and assist with overclocking, including overriding some of Intel's default parameters. Set AI Overclock Tuner to XMP Tweaked. This lets us rely on the Intel Extreme Memory Profile 3.0 technology and will make our memory run at its rated speed of DDR5 8000. Selecting XMP Tweaked means the motherboard will make some additional changes to the memory timings to improve performance. Set ASUS Multicore Enhancement to Enable to remove all limits 90 degrees Celsius. This unleashes the Turbo Boost 2.0 power limits and lets the CPU run at unlimited power indefinitely while maintaining a maximum temperature of 90 degrees Celsius. Set Performance Core Ratio to Bi-Core Usage. This enables us to configure a dynamic P-core overclock as we can define the maximum allowed P-core ratio for a specified number of active P-cores. Set 1 core to 6 core ratio limit to 57. Set Efficient Core Ratio to Bi-Core Usage. This enables us to configure a dynamic E-core overclock as we can define the maximum allowed E-core ratio for a specified number of active E-cores. Enter the by E-core usage submenu. Set Efficient Turbo Ratio limit 1 to 52. Set Efficient Turbo Ratio cores 1 to 6. Set Efficient Turbo Ratio limit 2 to 50. Set Efficient Turbo Ratio cores 2 to 12. Leave the by E-core usage submenu. Enter the Thermal Velocity Boost submenu. Set TVB voltage optimizations to enabled. This will make the CPU automatically reduce the operating voltage when it's operating at lower temperatures. Leave the Thermal Velocity Boost submenu. Enter the Tweaker's Paradise submenu. Set High D2D Cold Boot Workaround to enabled. This helps fix some booting issues when the CPU D2D is overclocked. Set High D2D with High Memory Workaround to enabled. This helps fix some issues when the CPU D2D is overclocked and we are using high-speed memory. Leave the Tweaker's Paradise submenu. Set Max CPU Cache Ratio to 44. That increases the ring frequency by 500 MHz from the default 3.9 GHz. Set NGU ratio to 34. That increases the NGU frequency by 800 MHz from the default 2.6 GHz. Set CPU D2D ratio to 36. That increases the CPU D2D frequency by 600 MHz from the default 3 GHz. Set Performance Core DLVR voltage to adaptive mode. That enables us to set an adaptive voltage mapped to each P-core's OC ratio, which is defined by the per-core ratio limit, 57x in this case. Set Additional Turbo Mode voltage to 1.3. Set Efficient Core DLVR voltage to adaptive mode. That enables us to set an adaptive voltage mapped to each E-core cluster's OC ratio, which is defined by the per-core ratio limit, which is 52x in this case. Set Additional Turbo Mode voltage to 1.25. Set Ring DLVR mode to manual mode. That enables us to set an override voltage mapped to the ring's OC ratio, which is defined by the ring ratio, 44x in this case. Set Additional Turbo Mode voltage to 1.225. Set CPU System Agent voltage to manual mode. This dynamic voltage rail powers several parts of the SoC dielet, including the NGU, IMC, and NPU. By setting it to manual mode, we can set a static output voltage from the voltage regulator. Set CPU System Agent voltage override to 1.3. Set VNN AON 0.77 volt voltage to manual mode. This static voltage rail powers several internal voltages, including the D2D interfaces. Set VNN AON voltage override to 1 volt. Then save and exit the BIOS. We rerun some benchmarks to ensure everything is working as intended and check the performance increase compared to the default settings. Higher is better, and all of our benchmark results are higher. When running the all-CCT CPU SSE stability test, the average CPU P-core effective clock is 5632 MHz with 1.258 volts, and the average CPU E-core effective clock is 4902 MHz with 1.158 volts. The average CPU temperature is 89 degrees Celsius. The average CPU package power is 253.4 watts. And that's it. I thank you for watching, the YouTube members and the patrons for their continued support, and see you next time.